When life throws you a curveball, how are you going to handle adversity? Welcome to the Fearless Mindset Podcast, where you're about to go on a journey as I interview security, business, and entertainment leaders on what it takes to stay fearless. I'm your host, Mark Ludlow, and enjoy today's episode.
Sam, what do you think is the most powerful tool for a professional? Is it, Clubhouse? I hear it's Fireside. I hear you're the expert here. If you were a military guy transitioning, looking for a job, would you go Indeed, or where would you hang out at to make connections?
LinkedIn, probably.
Okay.
Twitter. Well, first of all, you need to decide this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do, and who are your potential clients? So who is your audience? Who are the people you want to hang out with? Who are the people you want to reach? So if I want to reach people over the age of 35 to 55 and over 55s, LinkedIn and Twitter.
Why Twitter? Because Twitter, I don't see many veteran stuff on Twitter at all. I think they think it's all for celebrities.
Actually, and I understand the veterans' reluctance as well because of the politics thing and all of that. But, you'd be surprised who are veterans that just don't say it in their bios. You'd be surprised who are people that are decision makers that you just don't see it in their bio. It might just say husband, marathon runner. It might not say necessarily that they're...
Oh, gotcha.
I could probably find those people for you. There are a lot of them. I will find them for you. I'm determined to find some for you. If you just put into search and put in veterans, there's probably a hashtag for veterans. I nearly do it now, only I'm on a podcast.
Really?
Hashtag veterans. If you just look in to those,
okay.
You find loads of people. And there's probably other groups like that.
Okay.
But Twitter because of the age demographic, and Twitter because if you're going to start a business, Twitter is a great way. Like other small business owners are on Twitter, and other small business owners support each other.
They do, absolutely.
So I do feel that Twitter is good for that. But now, if you want to reach a younger audience, so let's say your product or your service is for younger people, then definitely you need to be on TikTok and Instagram, and Facebook if you really want to get to my mother, but she's on Twitter too. But a lot of people can only manage Facebook. Like my husband, he's barely on WhatsApp. That's it. He's not even allowed on Facebook. He's too controversial.
Right.
So, yeah. And he's actually an ex-police officer as well here in Ireland.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. So I get the whole, my wardrobe is very untidy compared to his style wardrobe. I'm sure that will resonate with a few people listening in, I'd say.
So the young people are hanging, like you just said, Instagram. They're buying clothes, lipstick, whatever. That's where the young people are. They get paid a lot of money to post stuff. I've heard these models making like $50,000 for a post on this.
Okay, like Kim Kardashian maybe, but no, you see that you're talking about influencers there. So I'm an influencer on Twitter. Mark, you're an influencer in the veteran space. Anyone can be an influencer once you have a community of people who know, like, and trust you, and that are willing to buy from you or tell people about how great you are. So you're probably one of my brand advocates. Yeah, you are actually one of my brand
absolutely.
advocates. So an influencer can create an army of brand advocates around them. Now, an influencer, these influencers that get paid. Now, I do get paid. I don't get paid to post. I get paid to be a brand ambassador. So let's say it's a company, a business, they want to get in front of small business owners and women in business. They will hire me to be a brand ambassador, and I will do a certain amount of posts per day and stuff like that. But it's very transparent. I always put hashtag ad. So if you look up the hashtag ad on Instagram, you'll see all the people being, shown the transparency. But yes, those big models, people have lots of followers, but they don't necessarily... It's not about the followers. You could have 4,000 followers, and the minute you post something, you get engagement. It's about the engagement. So if you're looking at an influencer and they post about a new lipstick or a new new laptop or whatever, look at the engagement. Who are the people commenting? There's been a lot of controversy around this because some people have bought followers. So some of the followers are not even people that are ever going to buy that lipstick. So it's really important, and people are copping onto this, and that's why I'm being taken more seriously, because they can see my engagement, they can see the data, the analytics, they can see how many people. Did you notice when I put up the video about my daughter, the gender reveal? I don't know if you saw that one, but she's going to have a baby boy in December, and I put up a video of the gender reveal, and there's over 29,000 views on that now.
29,000?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But can I tell you why that video has so much engagement?
Absolutely.
Hope. Good news. Happy news. Yeah. Happy news, good news, but also my audience, obviously. But the main reason is happy news, hope. I'm telling you, if you give hope, inspire, add value, educate, you will do so well on Twitter and LinkedIn, any social media platform, really.
Just that little secret. Just it's something so simple as that. Crazy to think. Crazy to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing now LinkedIn and all these social platforms. They change their algorithms constantly, and you study that stuff all the time, right?
No,
you don't.
I don't study algorithms. No, I don't, because you know why? I know the value that I give would always get picked up because I get so many retweets and stuff. I'm not too worried about the algorithm. I'm more about giving value to the audience that want to see me. And most people that want to see me will see my stuff anyway, because they've already engaged with me. They've already, a lot of new people probably don't know about me, but that's why they want you to pay for ads. Have you ever noticed you put a post on Facebook and they say, would you like to boost this? Or, that's why. Unless it's targeted correctly, even I don't use Facebook ads. I don't like Facebook. I use Facebook groups are very good though.
Groups. Okay.
Yeah.
So your strategy. Okay.
Yeah. Like if you're building a community, you could build a Facebook group of veterans or people around, your podcast. Okay. The Fearless Mindset group. Create it now, today.
That's a good. Okay. She's giving me advice, folks, on how to run a business, and I'm all ears because I'm not the smartest cat in the yard as far as business goes and creativity. That's one thing I like about you, Sam. You think outside the box. You say, oh, here's an idea. You have that idea, you manifest it, and you act on it, and it blows up. Now you take your social media platform like you have, and now you're going in-person events, and you're getting paid to show up. And you take it off the platform, and it just blows up. It's the beauty of what we do, and what you do.
Well, there are a lot of people like me out there as well. I just really love. Look, don't forget, Mark. I had nothing. I'm very grateful. I think gratitude is huge as well. When you're grateful, you're always happy to help others that have been in this, that are in the situation. I'll give you an example. I was out in Wexford during the week or the weekend, and this lady I met, she was doing a charity fundraiser, and it was all with artists and stuff. And she looked so stressed, Mark. I felt so sorry for her. She was on her own, and some of the volunteers hadn't turned up. And I said, do you want me to jump in and help you? So I jumped in behind the counter. I ended up registering all these artists for this Art in the Open fundraiser thing. And one artist lady came up and she said, this is my last 20 euros, she said. And I said, is it? She said, yeah, it's okay. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll sponsor you. So I sponsored her and I paid for her 15 euros. And she just stood back and she was just stunned. And she said, I'm going to cry. Well, why would you do that? And I said, well, why not? I said, I've been there where you are. I said, 20 euros is a lot of money for some people. Sure. That's like $20. And so I sponsored her, and she did a little Instagram post, and she said, thank you for sponsoring me, Tweeting Goddess. Now, I didn't ask her to do that, but isn't it funny? Like I just probably made her day, just by that little act of kindness.
Act of kindness.
Because I remember where I was. I remember where I was, and it's not nice. Not nice at all. Forward.
We've all been there, busted and broke. There's a lot of people going through divorces right now in America. A lot of people getting separated. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or what, but I talked to a lot of people lately. Half a dozen that I know are going through divorcing right now. And I'm like, wow, people are they're going through a tough time mentally. And they just, like you said, people want hope.
Well, I'm on my third marriage. So I've been divorced twice. So it doesn't have to be full of drama. Just think of it like, and my ex-husbands, we talk. I mean, they're both good people. It's just together we weren't good. That's all it is. And both of us, and all of us have had a chance to move on and meet new people. And, the children, it's all about the children, making sure that we're the adults here and that we're not big children in front of them, and that we just respect each other in front of them and, make them feel like they're loved. And that's really what I sound like Oprah, don't I?
You do. The Sam Broadcasting Network.
But it's true. But it's true, Mark. And I see so many people being horrible to each other in front of the children. And it's like, guys, grow up. Like, life's too short to be stuck with someone you don't love and that doesn't love you and that hurts you and abuses you and makes you feel like terrible, But, it's too short. And
it is.
I think that's probably why, the divorces have risen, because the pandemic taught us life's too short.
People realized, why am I in this relationship? Why am I in this marriage? I don't have to be here. I'm miserable already. You just
and the other person's probably miserable too, you see. Yeah.
They didn't realize how miserable they were until they were stuck in under one roof for a year. They go, holy crap. I better make a life change here, get a new book. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's all globally that happened.
Oh, yeah. Same in Ireland. Absolutely. And the people who are going to win here will be, the more you fight with it, the people who will win will be the solicitors and the lawyers and stuff. So,
that's true.
Just think about life's too short and just, go and be free. And if that means starting your business and following your passion you always wanted to do, just do it. Try it. Sure, what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work,
Right.
So what?
What's the future of the internet, social media, and making money on this thing? What's the future of it look like?
Oh, there's all kinds of things now. There's the metaverse, there's NFTs, there's the future. It's community, I feel. I think the future is community, building communities around brands, building communities, because we've become so savvy now. We don't want an ad stuck in our face. We want value. If we're going to sit here on our phone and be like, it's like Clubhouse room. If you go in and you're not getting value, you're going to leave,
Yeah,
If people start arguing, you're going to leave. I don't want to be around that. I want to be around people where I feel good, I feel welcome, I feel part of something. And that's where the community thing comes in. And I think that because we've been through mad times, and I know America's still going through some difficult times. And then, I just feel, we could all support each other here, because you're not alone. I think that's important we get that out there. You're not alone. And maybe you're not the only one thinking the way you're thinking. Maybe you're not the only one that thinks, do you know what? This is crazy. We need to do something here. Do something about it. Take action in a good way, a useful way that will help others. And even if it's just helping one person, that could it makes your day. It makes you feel good,
It does. It gives those endorphins off when you do something good for somebody else.
Yeah.
What is your business looking like now? Are you asked to travel quite a bit? I see you all over LinkedIn now. You're going here. You're like expert talker now, TED Talk and all kinds of stuff. You're like jetting, setting everywhere.
I haven't traveled for a few months, actually, a couple of months. What's next is probably, look, I'd love to speak in America more. I love America. Where are you based, Mark?
I'm in Oregon, West Coast.
Okay. So I've been to San Diego. That's as far as I've been over there. So yes, I am always looking to speak in America more. I will be traveling to Valencia a little bit with We Do, the app for freelancers that's coming out. I have my conference in Cork on the 5th of October, and you can join us virtually if you want to join us virtually. Then my next thing is I want to do a conference in London, and then I want to do a conference in New York. So wow, I want to get all over the world. I'm going to make it happen, Mark, though. I'm going to make it happen. Yeah, I'm just going to create an event in London. I'm just going to create one, and people, I have enough connections over there. I have enough connections in New York. So now I need to build my connections where you are and have one over there. Or maybe there's a conference coming up there that you could highlight for me, or anyone listening could highlight for me. And then I'll go and maybe see, do they need me to speak? But, it's about making it happen for yourself.
So these events are just your own community, right? You show up at your own community and you speak on subjects you're good at, like how to manifest, how to get active in social media, and how to blow it up.
No. I actually, the event that I'm organizing the one in Cork, right, on the 5th of October. That's our annual Women's Inspire Network.
Ah, gotcha. Inspire.
Yeah.
You're the CEO of that, right?
Yeah. I'm the founder, but now it's been acquired. So now I am the WIN program director, because now I have, we do behind me now. I have more power to do the things I wanted to do, which was to do events all over the world. So now we have circles in different areas, but I spoke in New Orleans at an Irish conference. I spoke at San Diego Social Media Marketing World as the Twitter expert. So it depends. Usually marketing conferences or business conferences I speak at, but it's whatever they're willing to pay me to travel and to pay me to speak, you know. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'd love to see more of America for sure.
I could see you becoming the next Oprah Winfrey Network for sure.
I must show you my vision board. Hang on.
Okay.
This is my vision board. Now, this is another little tip for today, right? Okay. Now, this is my vision board, right? I don't know. Oh, you can't see it because of my background. Okay. I have a vision board, right? And on it is Nike girl. She's gorgeous. And a lady getting an award and $1 million bill. I have $1 million. Now it's a pretend one, right?
Oh, nice. I see that. Yeah.
But that is, I've got the word joy, strong, family, shine. You know, so make it for you even. I know it sounds fluffy for a guy, but even write on a whiteboard what you'd like to achieve, what you'd like to be known for when you're on your deathbed, what you want to say, well, you know, at least I did that, or at least I did that, or what, you know, where would you like to be in 5 years? Like maybe this time next year, Mark, you could have a sponsor for your podcast. You could have, you could be getting paid to speak at events. Like, what do you want? Like, figure out anyone who's listening, figure out what you want, and then do a little vision board or a list of where you want to be, and where you don't want to be. And make it happen. And I can tick off everything on that vision board now, except for the $1 million.
Wow. Congratulations. That's a lot of progress.
Well, not Nike girl either. I'm lying. Sorry. I'm nearly there. I've lost 13 pounds. So I'm nearly there. So,
good for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, you know, I know when things are tough, we eat more. Well, I do. I eat more crap. I used to love Coca-Cola. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola, you know, things like that, you know, so it's all bit by bit, step by step, but, you know, make the first step by deciding what you want to do.
Get aside what you want. Figure out what your why is. That's the most important thing. And that dream board, when you see that, you visualize it and you believe it.
Yeah. And how about you, Mark? What's your why?
My why now has become to watch others grow. My why now is to give veterans hope, you know, give them work.
And you're doing that.
And we're doing it now. We have people working all over the country now. We have our first international client in Canada that we're supporting. And it's a great feeling knowing we have people working that are law enforcement folks, that are veterans, and just that I want to help reduce that suicide rate with veterans. And, you know, this is my way to contribute to my community. And the next thing is, you know, the training programs. I'm, you know, training with John Schubin now, launching that. He's former Secret Service guy. And then Monica with LinkedIn. And then I'll be launching with Frank Neer, UFC fighter, who everybody knows on this show. He's been on the show many times with his daughter, Bella. And we're launching, running training with him. And then, who knows? You can't be, I've learned from me, the job role, working a 9-to-5 would never satisfy me, but this gives me so much satisfaction. Yeah. I know my conversation with you, Sam, will probably hit the nerve of there's almost 13,000 listeners on the show. And somebody's going to learn something that's going to change their life because you gave them advice on what to do on social media platform. And you said something on this show that was a golden nugget that they probably pay $40,000 at a university. They can learn it within 30 minutes and hear you talk, and it can change their life. And this is what I love to do now. I mean, this so much fun. I like talking with people. So my personality of that comes out. So I'm naturally inquisitive. I can pull information out of people without it sounding like an interview. just having a chat, having a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of podcasting. And I never envisioned all these little business projects coming. They came through the podcast. Like all your business stuff comes through your podcast and your exposure on Twitter. And you just got to get over yourself, like you said, Sam, and just get over whatever fears you have about this and just be yourself and just be you. So my why is just giving back. And the money comes. The money is just a byproduct of certain people.
Do you have a sponsor for the podcast?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We've heard, got Ron Owens working his magic over there. There might be a couple people, big corporations that we're talking to, but I'm not too worried about it. What's that?
You've built your audience, you've built your community. Like, so all those people you mentioned and all the courses and stuff, you see, if you could have a group, a community of people in a Facebook group that then they won't miss any of these things that are coming out, because then they'll get the notification and then get their email addresses as well. And there's so much you can do, Mark, with this.
I know. Yeah, I got to hire somebody to do that. I'm just like, we're hiring a new girl, veteran, Air Force veteran, bringing on her this month to support my operations director because he's so busy right now with all the security stuff. And I just see myself doing many, many more different things aside from security. And that just, that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. And yeah, you're right. There's a lot of things I need to do. And I'll probably end up pulling Sam in to help out, folks. So you'll probably be seeing more of Sam's personality behind the scenes, making the magic happen.
Absolutely. And this, if anyone is listening and they want help with, raising their profile or whatever, and, I do 1-to-1 6-week program. I do that. And then if any of the ladies listening or the husbands might have a wife or partner, the Women's Network is really cool. And we have a conference on the 5th of October if they want to. It's called Finding Your Niche and Getting Paid. So
what's the website for that, Sam?
womensinspirenetwork.com, or they can go to tweetinggoddess.com. The details are there as well. Or folks, my pinned tweet.
Your pinned tweet. Yeah, if you guys want to find Sam, you can. I'm on LinkedIn. She's connected with me on LinkedIn, and we're connected with each other on Twitter. And when we publish this, we'll put all our social media handles on this on YouTube and LinkedIn, so you guys can all find her on my podcast page. So those handles will be all listed there.
And do you really have that many listeners? How many sponsors would love to get in front of an audience like that, especially if it could be something like. Especially another thing is, figuring out your audience. So, who are the people listening, finding out who they are, finding out their, where they're joining from, what countries, what are their interests, what are their, you could do all kinds of surveys to the audience and ask them to tell you, what guests they want next. Like this is a different guest today. I'm kind of a different guest to the norm, but you never know. They might say, actually, can you get someone else like that as well? That'd be great. They might want to know more.
The social media expert. That's why I wanted to change it up a little bit because they get enough security, they get enough doom and gloom, and they get enough of the bodyguard exec protection world. And that's why I wanted to have you on, because you come from a different world.
Different world.
Everybody uses your world. Everybody uses LinkedIn. Everybody uses Twitter. Everybody uses social media. They're all the guys that I know, they're all on social media and they're trying to get exposure. But I think Sam, is for the younger audience.
Yeah.
And so your decision makers are really not going to be hanging out on Instagram. We're going to give you business, maybe, but more LinkedIn and Twitter, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, thank you so much for having me, and thank you. And if anyone wants to reach out and just, tell me that you heard it on the podcast, I'll retweet you. If you've got a new business starting, let me know. I'll retweet it for you. And Mark knows I will do that because I walk the walk, don't I, Mark?
When I started Twitter, before I met Sam, folks, I had like 50 followers. Now I think I'm pushing, I don't even know what the count is, 250 or something like that, 160. I don't even know. I don't put too much energy into Twitter. I just don't have enough time to do it.
Don't have time. Yeah.
I just don't have the time. Time is limited. I missed 3 phone calls because my other business is the Fearless Mindset podcast. This is my business. This is my networking tool. And then when I'm doing this, I had 3 missed calls for my other businesses. And that's just how busy we get. Sam's busy too. She's get calls coming in, consultation, one-on-one coaching. But that's how we make our money now.
Yeah. But it's important to mind ourselves as well. So I do want to mention that, I know it's important. I know a lot of people probably been through a lot of horrible stuff too, and high adrenaline type situations. So it's about looking after ourselves too. And I try and get out with the dogs to the beach and stuff like that, and just look after ourselves, mind and each other.
Yeah, like Sundays, I usually take the day off. I try not to do anything business on Sunday. Just family, sisters, friends, or I've been home for 3 months because I had COVID. So I got over COVID 2 months ago. Then 4th of July, I got bronchitis. That took me 3 weeks to get over. So I've been sick for about 4 months. But what are you going to do? So I finally feel better. This is the first time I've been able to talk without coughing. So
oh my God, I hope I haven't got it yet.
You don't want it. It's nasty.
Yeah,
but it's been a doozy for a lot of people. So a lot of people have been catching COVID here in the States. But yeah.
If anyone is coming to Ireland, if you ever come to Ireland, Mark, let me know. I have been known to meet people that I've met on social media and meet them. And my husband's like, "What do you mean you're meeting a stranger?" I said, "No, they're not strangers. I know them."
But it's cool how social media really connected us during a tough time when we're all locked in, and it took Clubhouse for many of us to meet together in Dan Kate room in the million whatever that platform club room was, but Dan and Kate. And now here we are, Twitter. And now here we are on podcasting and now partnerships. But folks, you see how it evolves. It evolves. You get to know each other a little bit, and then you start trusting each other a little bit, and then you have a Zoom call, and then you really connect that friendship. And that's the beauty of what social media has really become. If you use it for the good, there's bad with everything, but if you use it for the good, anything's possible.
Absolutely. Do you want to take a picture of the two of us doing this as well? And you can put it on Twitter and say, I just interviewed Samantha. Looking forward. Keep an eye out for our next podcast. Sign up to the podcast if you want to get the notification. There you go. You should do that. How do
you do that? I don't know how to do that with my computer.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'll let you do it. You can send it to me.
But how do I do a screenshot? I got this new, hang on a second. I'll take a picture of my phone.
Okay.
That'd be easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
I got a new Mac. That's another thing, you don't have to have the most expensive. I do have a nice laptop now, but at the start I didn't. So you don't have to have fancy pants, anything really, so don't be worrying. I know money wise, I didn't have any, but there are a lot of people that have older laptops that you can probably
right.
I'm Googling how to take a screenshot on the Mac.
Did YouTube, right?
Shift, Command, and 3. There we go. So Shift, where's Shift? I get Shift. See, this is live. Live. I don't know everything. Proof. There we go. Okay, done.
Perfect. Nice.
Thanks. So thank you so much, Mark.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for your support. And folks, thanks for tuning in. And today is our second year birthday. Thanks for being here. And thanks, Sam, for your time. And if you have any questions, reach out to Sam or myself. And we'll see you on the next episode of The Fearless Mindset. And, I better do it the cloud before I do anything else.